If you're in an admin space now, start to dabble in that strategy space where there may be some organizations that the functions are clearly two separate paths. But when you start to look at that senior director, VP level, they are going to kind of come together typically. It's somebody who's going to oversee the greater compensation org as a whole, right? Most commonly, that VP type role is going to be of compensation, right? So it's going to be more than just variable compensation. So I think the best thing you can do is become as knowledgeable as you can, plug into those projects that get you in the space of start thinking about like the strategy, other parts of compensation within your organization and how you become involved and expand your knowledge in those spaces. At that high level of a role, you're not going to be doing all of the day to day. You don't need to be the SME on all of those pieces of the puzzle, but having an understanding of how it works, what are the challenges that may come to you? What are the things that person's responsible for and gets asked about on a day-to-day, right? At an ELT level, because typically that's who they're working with. That is their stakeholders, right? Become like kind of that fly on the wall, like I said earlier, and start to see what comes to them and how you can kind of become knowledgeable on those pieces of the puzzle to best position yourself to move into that trajectory.
Again, it goes back to what makes you happy, because there aren't that many VP jobs out there for just sales comp. Completely agree. Tough to find. Big global high tech companies are more apt, in my experience, to have that kind of job, but there's not that many, so it's going to be hyper competitive to get in there. So I think you have to decide what makes you happy. Dealing with sales, right, and being intimate with the business, et cetera, all those types of things, or going into HR. Because if you want to go into HR, Kristina's point, spot on. You do broad-based comp, and then eventually you do total rewards, which will be benefits, everything else. You can actually get to the, and then it'll track you into, a CHRO job, right? And then, from there, you can get into the C-level access that way, not just the VP access. I mean, Mercer Benefits was a separate business from comp and et cetera. So you can't know everything, right? It's more about managing, storytelling, knowing enough to be dangerous in those areas to leverage and get the right people around you. But if you really love sales, right, then you got to go more into rev ops, sales ops, in my opinion, and branch out the quotas, territories, those other things. So that if you do get to a sales planning COE or in a sales ops, you're more apt to find you can go up that track, right? And get at VP, SVP, C-level kind of thing. So I think those are the ways you got to broaden. And then what you broaden in, I think you got to decide what you're good at and what you like to do.